Hello. Hello everyone. Hey, hello. Welcome. How are we all? How's our week been so far? It's only been a couple of days, isn't it? Are we all well? Hello. We made it. I know, we made it. Hooray. Look. Ta-da! Oh, Linkelos, thanks for the sub. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I saw a first time chat earlier as well. The magical. Oh, the magical one. I know who you are. How are we all? Barbecue. Good as I know. The shirt is so cool, isn't it? I'm very happy with the shirt. Well, I don't need to plug the live signing because it's finally here. It's here. Granted, we are a little bit late, but no, we don't need to stream elements. We don't. No, we don't. Stop it. Welcome everyone to our spectacular event evening. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we've got lots of cool people on today, which I'm super happy for and super grateful for. I know, hype, and we've got some awesome signings to do as well. So this is the first time that I've done this on a thing. So I'm super excited to do it all with you. Yeah, super cool. Uh, yeah, so we're going to get through some of these today, which I'm very excited about. So how? Yeah, I have had an interesting day. So I'm happy to de-stress with chatting to some lovely people live, which would be nice. Yippee! Yes, yippee. Spec Scratchler. Yes. Well, Spec Raptor is one of Skittles' lines. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to just have a little chat with some cool peeps. So what did was anyone here around for the Rugrats thing on Sunday? I feel like that needs to be spoken about. Yes. Packing for South Dakota. Oh, the music still haunts me. Yeah, me too. That is gonna live in my dreams forever. Yeah. The clown was so scary. Well, I mean, first of all, we got through a whole game in one stream. That's something to be proud of. And it also means we don't need to revisit it again. So that's also something to be proud of. It is unintentionally child horror. You're right, Dean. It is. It really is. 3D printed scratch. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh, I would sign it if I could. That's so cool. Um yeah, I definitely am going to oh, shut up, Dean. It was really hard. You know what was hard, frustratingly, were the camera controls. It was like it's like doing that. It was so annoying. Yes, I had the old console. Yeah, I did. So yeah, just the like always moving around like this was so frustrating. So I managed to. You were clipping it. Good. No, getting over the camera controls was part of the challenge. That was one of the things like, oh wow, they've really come on so much in that time, which is just like, yeah, just crazy. So, before we meet our first extra special guest star, let's do our first Streamily signing. Let's do our first ever one. So I've got some I've got some cool pens, and I've got my trusty little stamp as well, for our little little paw prints. Can you see those little paw prints? So that's gonna be fun. And then and then the plan is we're gonna do some psychonauts. We're gonna be some super secret psychic agents on Sunday, which is gonna be fun. The rest of you will die. So our first one is for Nicole. Nicole. Hooray! Yes, everyone celebrate. So this is our one and only Owlbear and Scratch. How cute does that look? Look at that. Ah! Star artist. Hey, first time chat. I love it. I love that they're both together. I love that they're sleeping. Look, the little ball, and it says Scratch and the Owlbear Cub take a long rest. So we've even got an Amelia Tyler cameo here as well. Nicole, if you're here, please say hello. So the special instructions are Scratch and Owlbear are the heroes of this game. So there's not particularly any message. So I think maybe we could put something like, now you can pet with both hands or something. That might be quite nice. What do you think? Do you think a silver or a gold would go well on here? I think maybe a silver. What do you think? Tell me what you think, chat. Silver. Okay. Silver. Good. Okay, so I'm going to say... Well, that's blue. It's not silver. Now you can pet with both hands. And I've written it from me, and of course I'm going to do some little scratch prints. So Mystic Light, hello. First I chat, hello. So I put, now you can pet with both hands, and I've got to put some little paw prints on it as well, so Scratch has endeavoured to sign it as well. Yeah. So that's for you, Nicole. Welcome, Troy. Hello. Doesn't matter that you're late. You made it. Awesome. So I have nice handwriting. You are the first person who's ever said that. So thank you very much. I used to think I could qualify as a doctor. My handwriting used to be that bad. So yay. Right. So I think we should introduce our first very special guest star. I think we should start. It would be nice to have a nice chat. And then we can show our first extra special guest star our lovely artwork as well. So yeah. Are we ready? Sabe, are we ready? Yes. Okay, good. Let's do it. Okay. So we have an extra special guest, of course. So our first guest is going to be the one and only Jess Nesling, which is very exciting. Put her on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, folks and fellas and non-binary pals, let me introduce to you Jess Nesling! Yay! Yay! Hello! Please unmute yourself, Jess. Oh, you're muted, yes. On Discord. Ah, yes. Yay! Welcome. Yay. That's all good. All good. All good. Welcome. Thank you for joining, my lovely friend. Have you got your what is it we're having? Champagne, prosecco? Darling. I've got some rosé, so let's cheers with some. Oh no. Ah, damn. Yeah. Wait, let me try again. Okay, speak again.
Hello.
That works. That
Yeah.
works. Yeah, that worked. Okay, let's try again. Ah, cheers. Yay. Yay! There's a slight delay, but
Oh,
I think we can manage that, people. I think we can manage it. We can blame Jess and not my internet. Uh, so,
okay.
why? So, congratulations on all your lovely things. Or you're winning at life right now. I'm super happy for you. Yay! Shan't say anything
Thank
more than
you. You
that.
as well. I mean, to everyone in the chat, I can't see the chat at the moment. I don't know if I'm meant to be able to. But like Sean and I just have been on this journey together, and it's just been so lovely seeing all these like moments, and yeah, it's just I'm so proud. So proud of her.
Yay! Lovely. I mean, we had a great time at Animuk. That was a
We
wild
did.
time, wasn't it? It was awesome.
Incredible.
Um,
And I
yeah,
also can't get over the fact that it was 30 degrees when we were there.
I
And then
know.
June in London.
I know. We lucked out. We lucked out, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, uh, we've got some questions from the chat, but I think we should start by how did we meet?
Well, it was thanks to BG3, but Sean reached out to me because the proactive being that he was making an audio drama anthology, and he asked me to be involved, and that's how we met properly. And then, yeah, I don't. We just got on so well. When was that? That was around September last year.
Yeah, I think it's like September, August, last year.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
We haven't even been for a year.
I know. I know. Isn't it crazy? Time flies when you're having fun, isn't
Wow.
it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we collabed on that, and then and you were awesome, of course, which is nice. And you did a very good job. And we're still in post production for it, so I'm looking forward to everyone hearing it. But it's been really awesome to like, yeah, like I mean you're a super talented bean, and everyone who hears you knows it. But the thing with I think talent, in my opinion, is overrated. I think skill is the thing, and I think you're very skilled as well as talented. I think that's the thing. Like
Oh,
you're not an
that's
asshole, which is good. Um,
a try.
I reckon you could be, but I haven't seen that side. Ma,
Yeah.
yes.
Whoa.
But you're yeah. So you're a very skilled person, and you work. You're a very good kind of sponge, and I put you through the ringer that day, with water and all sorts. Um,
I don't. How much are we allowed to say about it? Is it?
yeah, well, whatever. It's my project, so.
Well, that's it. I wasn't sure like how much, but yeah. Basically, I didn't really leave the booth. It was a collaboration. There were I can't remember how many of us there were. Was it six,
Hmm.
five, five or six
Um,
of us?
one, you, Sam, Emma, Harry, Marina, Maria. Uh, five. Is it five?
Five of us. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, and I was basically like in the booth the whole time
Yeah.
with various people coming in and out, and then a big old bowl of water. A hairdryer showed up.
So, so for anyone who's like, what? The difference between video game acting and radio drama is that we go.
Yes,
There's very
that's
different
right.
things, and often in radio, some of the stuff you go for is like as authentic of a sound as possible in the kind of in a theatrical way, I suppose. And there are certain sounds that are very difficult to create just in post production. So there was
Mm.
a scene where Jess's character emerges from a pool of water, and we we felt that to create that kind of like the wateriness, the best way to do it was to kind of submerge her face in water, but and then emerge. But you can't do that in a studio, so we brought these big water bowls. And I don't want to say we, but there, there was you did that to yourself. I mean, you were like, and I think at one point you were actually drowning.
There was one time I mistimed the so I was still underwater when I did it, and it just went everywhere, and I was and I was like,
And they were like, "I do the crying scene," and you're like, oh, "Okay."
I love that you were like, "Are you okay? Can you do it again?"
Yeah.
So,
I
so much fun.
I've been called bad cop before, but I like to think it's in like, the best way possible because
Oh, it was joyous. It was such a lovely experience working with you and the team. It was so slick. It was a great team, great space,
I take that.
lovely
Yeah,
concept.
I'll take that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sabrina, who was our Sabrina One, written by Sabrina One. I just have you at that in my head doing that. Um, was our writer. It's fantastic, brilliant writer. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just awesome. So yeah, so that was that, and then yeah, and then I feel like I don't know. You're just cool. You're a cool human. So Baldur's Gate 3, Viconia,
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
iconic. Um, we do have some questions from people.
Ooh,
Well, I know, which is very exciting. One of them, which I particularly liked, which was for you, was what would which this is from Jollibee. What would Viconia sound like if she was Welsh?
oh my goodness. Jolly B, what a question. Okay, so she's quite. mm, I think she'd sound more like this, wouldn't she?
Oh,
She's still got that quality, but yes, she would definitely, I feel, have more of a Dylan Thomas kind of Welsh accent. What
brilliant,
do you think? What
brilliant,
do you
brilliant.
think?
Can you talk?
There she
Can you
is.
talk about? I don't know. Talk about Shadowheart. Talk to Shadowheart in a Welsh accent.
Shadowheart is a lesson to the followers of Lady Shah as to how not to behave. I think that might be
Yeah,
it.
that's
Is
pretty
that it?
good. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Have you
I
ever
like
have you
it.
ever done a Welsh accent for a game?
I don't. Ooh. So I can't say what the project is, but off the
Okay.
back of B3, I got called in for something and read the part, and I just went, I really think this role would be great as a Welshie, and the director and writer were on board. So I've managed.
Yay.
Um, so Sean and I know a wonderful chap called Keith, who I can't speak more highly of.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Higginbotham, and we've had lots of discussions about championing regional accents in games where it's not just kind of like villagers or like
Yeah. Yeah.
lower class people. And
Peasants. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I know my natural accent. I don't know if that's one of the questions. It tends to come up. My natural accent now isn't Welshy. It was never particularly Welshy, but you could absolutely tell where I was from. It was never a conscious decision to lose the accent. I just want to make that clear. And it wasn't drama school. It was Royal Holloway, darling, and
Oh.
very, very plucked.
Oh.
And but yes, I really try to promote Welsh characters who are high ranks, or just in roles that are more dramatic rather than just like a character, sort of like a, oh, welcome to my tavern. It's like, no, you can also be sort of incredibly, yeah, dark, dramatic,
Complex,
and
complex.
yes, exactly,
Yeah,
three-dimensional.
yeah. I
So I
mean, it's
really try.
hard. It's hard to get that as a Welsh person, isn't it? Boom.
End of stream.
Cancelled. That's enough. Atticus wants to know, what is the hardest thing for you as an actor, and how do you overcome that challenge? Broad question, but what
Broad.
is the hardest? If you could bottle the hardest thing as an actor.
So it's this a comment came up on just last Saturday that I really has sort of resonated with me. When you're a performer, I think it goes with most freelance jobs as well, but as a performer, you feel like you can't say no, or you feel like you don't want to lose the momentum, and you feel like you need to have
100%.
fingers in all the pies, and you need to keep working, keep working, keep working. And you just hit burnout. You just do. It's inevitable. You can't run away from it. It will catch up with you.
Mm.
And the comment that was made on Saturday, I went to a wellness festival with my sister, and it was about mental hygiene and this Q&A. And the the host was asking everyone, what is the one thing that you wish you'd known, and that that has
Mm.
something that's really changed in your career, in your life. And this person said, you will never see a Formula One driver on that podium winning for having their foot on the accelerator the whole time. They need to know when to take it off to turn the corners. They need to pull in,
Yeah.
have the wheels changed. They need to know when to do all these kind of things. They will never get onto the podium with a foot on the accelerator the whole time. And it
Mm.
really went, because that is, as a performer, in a sort of holistic approach, not just in a particular role, but as a performer, you just feel like you always have to be doing something, and there's a guilt if you're not, and you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
suddenly go, oh my gosh, it's a quiet period, no one wants me, I'm rubbish. And it's just like, calm your passions, it's okay, keep going. You just don't need to have your foot on that accelerator the whole time.
Calm your passions. Jess has a knack for everything she says should be on a t-shirt. Um,
Or a mug.
or a mug with my Peter Pointer and a picky petunia or something.
Petunia, stop being a picky petunia.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
No, I get that. I think there's I definitely have had experiences of trying to please everyone, and therefore you let everyone
Yeah.
down. You know,
Yes,
I've
spreading
had,
yourself
yeah,
thin.
like, oh, I can't say no to anything. And I've had moments where like I've tried not to, I've like, oh, I have to try and say yes, and all these opportunities come up, and I've said yes to like four things, and they've all ended up being on the same day, and then I've
Yeah.
ended up like there was a particularly bad moment of my career before Cats,
Mm.
which ended up with me bagging Cats, but it was a me I it was a I'd booked a music video with the choreographer for Scissor Sisters, or yeah, and then I booked this TIE thing as well. Uh, Back in the day when I allowed myself to do that, and then
Rite of passage.
yeah, and I booked something else as well. Anyway, they all had to happen on the same day, all on the same weekend, and then I also had this like Cats audition on the same weekend, and I'd taken the TIE thing because I was really strapped for cash and I needed the money, and then I wanted to do this music video because it would be really good, like kudos for me, and then this other one was really fun. Is like cash, kudos and kicks, and then I'd had and then I booked this, yeah, and then my agent rang me and was like, you need to go to this audition, this Cats audition, and I was like, I can't. But my agent, who I don't speak to now, was like, uh, if you don't go to this, I will drop you from my agency. Like, there's no way that I'm not allowing you to go to this. You have to go, which is fair. I understand. Um,
There's a way of wording it though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so what ended up happening was like I had to move one thing to go to this audition, knowing I couldn't go to the recall because it was during this week of something else, or during the same week. Then got booked the recall, and then had her down the phone like calling me all sorts of awful names that I cannot say on this chat. And so I'm like, oh my, like how do I? And then it ended up being like oh, it was so much kind of happened, and it was all from me trying to please everyone. And it's that like you can't always have every cake and eat every cake.
Yeah,
You have to make tough decisions, and you've got to be your own advocate. You can't like
that's it.
standards. Yeah,
It's boundaries, it's taking your head out the sand, it's all that, and it's really hard. And you don't want to be the person that sort of, like even recently I had to extend the deadline on a book that I did, and I didn't even want to say, can I have the extension? I was like, I can't, like, the whole situation, my booth,
yeah, yeah.
bless my little home studio. She had a moment, and wasn't even her fault, it was the building behind. But yeah, I keep on checking my thing. I feel like I'm glitching.
You're not
Can
glitching.
you hear
No,
me
no,
okay?
we can hear you. We can
Oh,
hear
great.
you. Please, but no, we're just enamored by your words. We're enamored. Um,
No, it's like I can see my camera as well, and I'm suddenly like doing all this kind of creepy, um, I don't even know, like puppet thing in this version. Yeah, I'm just like,
so
what's going on here? But yeah,
Munamise said, "Always make room for you," which is absolutely the sentiment.
yeah,
It's the
absolutely.
faux pas of any, as the magical said as well about avoiding burnout. uh the
Yeah,
the the faux pas of a self-employed person in any self-employed thing is always taking every job because you're scared that that's going to be your last. It
and you're scared of saying no
Yeah,
and being the person that
it's
no, and they're like,
like
oh well, I never want to.
it's
Yeah.
this it's the same as like my mum, who worked for quite a while in a care home. She stopped working full time and she worked on like bank because of whatever. But then because she was on bank, and it's like you just get the shifts whenever you need them. Every time they would ask for
Mm.
overtime, she would do it because she was scared that like they wouldn't book her again if she didn't. So then she just ended up
Oh,
doing she'd be in every, and she worked night shifts and day shifts, and she'd be doing like, so she'd burn herself out because
yeah,
she couldn't, because she was scared about like, oh, I'm not going to be able to. And that the self-determination to say I need space for me is so
yeah,
important. It's so important because you can't hope to give those people who are employing you the version of yourself that you
version of
want
you.
to give. Yeah, without it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Absolutely. There was a piece of advice that another friend gave. Honestly, all the t-shirts and mugs, but it's she said, leave a little space for the unknown.
Yeah,
I love that.
I've
I
taken that from
absolutely
you.
love that.
However, I don't think you're very good at applying that to yourself, Jess.
I'm awful. Awful. That's what, because this comment that came up in the Q&A on Saturday, I was with my sister, and she just turned to look at me. She was like, I was like, why are you looking at me? But yeah, it's bad.
I'm gonna
But
rip that
yeah.
t-shirt, the unknown t-shirt, away from you. I don't think you're allowed that one because you don't follow your own advice.
I know,
You don't. You
absolutely.
don't. Um,
That's it. Fabulous.
so you've seen this print before, but this one, gorgeous, gorgeous by the Shade of Stars. This is for Carla, Dave, and fur babies. I love it. This is.
Oh,
I know. My doggos love watching my dirge play fetch with Scratch. Please sign from you and from the goodest boy. Maybe a little doggo doodle. So I'm gonna say his class. Oh, yeah. Hope you're keeping well, friend. Um, and then Doggo Doodle. What should I draw?
ooh, I feel like you're quite good at drawing, though. Have I made that up?
Yeah, you made that up.
Do you remember
Hi,
the?
Quantum Siren. First time chat. Yeah, no, you made that up.
I don't have a pen, but do you remember the old school How to Draw a Dog, where it was like a man goes for a walk and then it starts raining, so he hides in a cave.
I'm gonna practice it on another piece of paper before I screw this up.
There. Does anyone remember that? And it's like then you kind of draw the thing, and then it's I don't know how you got the two dots. There was something about flies or bees, and then he cups them, and then he draws the I can't remember the full story, but there was like a story for how to draw a dog. I think I probably sound like a kooky old bird over here, but yeah, that's how I used to draw dogs.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Concentration on it. Yeah.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Ah, welcome Raiders. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, I'm gonna.
Big old love for Sade.
Yeah. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna try and okay. If this is really bad, then I'll do it again. Because it's not my best work, okay? So I put hope you're keeping well, friend. I put some little doggy paw prints, but it's from a little dog in the corner. But I think it's a pretty bad dog, so I might just like
I'm just checking the light. It kind of looks like the dog is smoking a spliff there.
Oh no! I'm gonna do it again.
I'll have that one. I think that's
Oh no! I'm not. Sorry. I'm gonna draw some paw prints because I don't think I can quite do it.
great. The actual dog wasn't bad. It was just that it looked like it was smoking.
I was trying to do a speech bubble, but it didn't quite work.
Oh. No.
Yeah, no, that didn't work. I will do some I'll do some actual paw prints. Do they have 4 or 5? 4. So talking about games. So someone asked in the chat. Who asked for this? Who asked? Gemma said, "You're at a lovely dinner and you can have 3 other characters from any game franchise with you. Who would you have and why?"
Rayman serving. Is it just guests or is it? I feel like Rayman would be a really good host because there'd be no awkward reaching. It would just be like frisbee your hand down, you get your food, fabulous. Who else would I want? Oh my gosh. So there was a game that I used to play years ago. Oh my gosh, what was his name? He was really like Johnny Bravo. Oh, it'll come to me.
Okay, I've done some little doggy doodles. So he's done his
brilliant.
best. Yeah. Okay.
Love that.
So thanks,
Love
Carla,
it.
Dave, and Fur Babies. Oh, sorry. Before I interrupt. Oh no, I'm going to interrupt you. So someone asked about paying the animal tax. Now we can't really do that with Prue because we can't really show Prue on the camera because I think she would kill you.
Yeah. She's an incredibly nervous little bean. So she's under the sofa at the moment, and every time I poke my head under the sofa, I just see these 2 yellow eyes staring at me. Yeah.
But the relationship is growing, no?
Yeah, I mean, what I could... Hang on. Do I? I could try and show you. So we play a little game. This could go horribly wrong. And also, please excuse the fact that the plugs are hanging off the wall. We are mid-renovation.
Oh.
This is the room that is the most done. So my
It's
partner
a lovely backdrop. It's lovely. That painting looks nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love her so much. Look how beautiful she is.
It's gorgeous.
We have one art. I love her so much. Oh, it's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
So Prue is really nervous, but she loves treats. And so the game that we play is if you put treats out, you just see this little paw coming out and going to grab them. This could go horribly wrong. Let me just try one. Oh God. Oh God, I wasn't ready. Let me do it. Hang on, so she's not the best jumper, so we've got some crates so that she can get up onto the sofa. So I'm just going to move those out of the way. She's probably going to be like, "What are you doing? I need to step out. I need to see." Okay, right. So, Prue.
Moment of truth.
Yeah. Let me try. I'm doing a trial one.
Moment of truth.
Gonna do it. She's not doing it because I feel like she knows I'm on camera.
Oh.
I heard it. Go on. Right, okay. Okay, right. Let's see if this works. This is gonna. How do we angle? Hang on. Can I use the crate? Excuse the plugs.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Right. Let's try. Let's see.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh yeah! Brew!
And last one because I don't want it to be ill.
Oh.
Go on, baby. You can do it.
Come on,
Come on,
Brew!
Prudence.
Yes, you can do it. Come on, you can do it.
Come on, Prue.
You can do it. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah! Round of
So that's
applause
all
for
you get in my
Prue. That was
Little
lovely.
sweetie. So yeah, I'm afraid that's all you'll get from her because she is so nervous. We've had her for 16 weeks and I had a breakthrough and she let me stroke her and she was headbutting me to give more strokes. I went the next morning and I tried to do the same thing, stroke the bed, start to stroke her tail, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And she ran away, crates down under the sofa. So I was like, okay, we won't push it. But yeah, that's a little game that we play so that there's an interaction.
That is so sweet. It's so adorable. Okay, please finish your dinner party.
Yes, Rayman, host / server. I will remember his name, but because I can't remember his name, I'm going to choose someone else. I want old school Lara Croft. I want those pointy angles all over the place.
What, the huge breasts?
I mean, not necessarily those, but just that she's so angular. I mean, it's just brilliant. I think Angelina Jolie was the perfect choice for her because she, like, those cheekbones could only be.
I mean, so we played on Sunday. We played the PlayStation 1's Rugrats Search for Reptar.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you going round everywhere? I played that. It was terrifying.
It's terrifying. Yeah. And we were playing through it and we're like their hands are like this and they walk like this. And then when they speak they're like it's really scary. It's terrifying. Woo! It's really terrifying. Yeah.
No one from that game. Thank you very much.
No.
And then there was also a game I used to play called Bust a Move. And it was just like a bubble popping thing. But there was a character called Tam Tam that I just loved. And I feel like Tam Tam would have a rave.
Aww.
And he'd, like, whenever he won, he'd just say his name. He'd be like, Tam Tam!
Tam Tam! So
we should all celebrate. Just say your name.
I've got a question for you. So other than Baldur's Gate, what has been your favourite, let's say, favourite project all round to be involved in? And what's another game that you're, like, really proud of being a part of and why?
So there's one that I can't talk about, but it's the biggest challenge I've ever had, and it's coming out this summer. So I'll be able to talk about it more. So that's like the biggest challenge I've ever had. One that will always be, in my heart is Warhammer Darktide, playing the French Psyker, because that was my first ever playable character. And I was actually 4 at the time, and I had to do like longer sessions because I wasn't very available. I was touring the UK and Ireland with Gangster Granny, playing a Welsh mum, get that Welsh roll in there, and the Queen.
Which you loved, fabulous. By the way. You loved that experience, didn't you?
It was, I mean, it wasn't, it was great. I loved the challenge. I love challenges.
Good.
Yeah, it was really difficult. Sort of, I basically lived out of a suitcase for a year, and that was not easy at all. But yeah, because I was away so much, they made my sessions longer, and I did a lot. I don't know if any Warhammer fans are here, but there's a lot of shouting, and so I was doing 2-3 hour barking sessions, being like, like shout. And I was like, I actually broke a record for the number of lines recorded for that game. The director, Matthew Ward, was just like, you've surpassed it by like, I can't remember the numbers, but by a significant.
That's impressive.
But I was so, And again, that was that thing of like, oh gosh, I haven't got much time. I can't record for another few weeks because I'm over in Ireland, so it's gonna have to be this. And so I was like, no, keep going. And they were like, do you want a break? I was like, just give me more lemon,
Do
sugar,
it.
and honey. I got
Yeah.
it. So that one I will always have a very special place in my heart. And I mean, that whole experience, the team, just glorious. But one that I'm super, super proud of is actually it's Lords of the Fallen, which was a brilliant experience. I was directed by a chap called Donald Pirrie, and I went in to do some NPC characters, and we only had, I think it was about 90 minutes, but there were tech problems, as we always have, and and the for some reason the session just wouldn't connect to the director who was remote, to the writer, to the game devs. It just, I don't know what happened, but I could hear them, and they were saying, oh, I'm really worried we're not going to have enough time to get through, and da 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 da, and if Jess can't do a Scottish accent, what should we do if this doesn't get done, you know? And they were planning everything. So when we got on the call, the director was absolutely lovely, but he said, we don't, we'll do sort of introductions if we have time at the end, but I just want to crack on because of the time. And not only did I manage to get through all the characters, I had more time at the end, and so I ended up doing more characters, and I had the best time. And it's a job that I actually auditioned for one of the lead roles, and I was a bit kind of like, oh, I really wish I got this character, but I actually had more fun. Sean knows this. I very rarely just talk in my own voice. It just doesn't happen. I'm always flitting and doing all this crazy stuff. Actually, sometimes it's a different voice. And so actually being able to just flit and just like do this and then cold read, and they went, oh, actually, could you just do this bit as well, and da da da. Oh, what else have you got in the toolkit? And I went, oh, I can do this and this. And they went, yeah, let's give it a go. And I just brushed it out, and it was so much fun.
That's fun. Yeah.
So much fun. We love our NPCs. We absolutely love them. But that experience was, I was really proud of myself for getting through it, but also, you know, I had such a it was a joyous experience. So yeah, I loved it.
That's so sweet.
And again, great. And also Welsh writer, very happy indeed.
Well, Jess, it's been an absolute delight. I wish we could chat for hours and hours, but we will off camera. So
have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, thank you for the wonderful questions. I'm going to go and find the name of that character who I was obsessed with.
Yes, yeah, please do. And then when you say it, I'll put it on.
I'll text you.
Yeah, please. We're gonna take a quick break, everyone. So grab a drink, and we shall be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. See you in a minute, everyone. Hello. I know I'm muted. It's it's always a thing. I'm not muted now though, so me. Uh, wasn't that nice? To be all not to all like meeting Jess. Jess is awesome. Very very lucky to have Jess as a friend. Yeah, so I was saying we were saying earlier that we met through a project of mine. Oh look, I've got paw prints now on my hand. Um, yeah, it was nice. We met as we've been friends for a little while now. Yeah, we met obviously on a project that I've been producing, which is going to hopefully come out at some point this year, which is very exciting. It's a audio anthology drama, which is the premise is Love, Death and Robots meets Black Mirror for radio, which is cool. So we've had 6 different writers and composers and sound designers, and it's been and cast, and it's been epic. It's been really really cool. It's been cool to have different projects, but also it's been a massive challenge trying to juggle so many things and handle it. Yeah, so it's been really really interesting. Yeah, so then Jess and my friendship kind of blossomed, but it particularly blossomed through Animuk actually. That was the big one, because we spent a concentrated weekend together, and it was awesome because we got to meet so many cool people, and we spent so much time together, and the people that looked after us were absolutely amazing. So yeah, which was nice. So then yeah, she's a cool egg. She's celebrating some great stuff at the moment. So let's do our next signing before we introduce our next guest. So our next one is for Sean. Is Sean there? Say hello if you are. So I've been asked to write "Hello Friend" on there. Not same spelling. SHAWN. Yeah, can you imagine if I was like, yeah, I booked one for myself? As a VIP, please. No. So I've been asked to write "Hello Friend." So I'm going to put "Hello Friend." You marvelously. And then I'll put some doggy prints. Choop, choop, choop. And you get an extra one. So, Sean, if you're there, I've put, "Hello, friend, you marvellous flea." Sean Mendham. And I put some doggy prints. This is by Shade of Stars, this print. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I love how the light shimmers across this side. It's beautiful. So that's for you, Sean. So thanks, Gemma. I'll take that. But it's for the people that want them. So I think I'm ready. I think we're ready to meet our next extra special guest, who is a very, very good friend of mine. So I would like to introduce you to none other than the marvelous Charlotte Ease. Yay! Oh yes, and you're unmuted. Okay, fantastic. Yay! Hello, welcome Charlotte and Gertie as well. What's her full name?
Gertrude Crumbleberry the First. It's so silly.
That is so funny. If I didn't know you so well, I would be like, that is the most middle class name ever.
And I am so not.
No. But I could just imagine someone like, Gertrude, come on, Gertrude, come on, come on.
Come, darling.
Come on, darling. Gertrude. It's like Jasper and Gertrude.
Yeah.
Jasper,
yes,
Gertrude,
yes,
Gertrude. So, Charlotte, how do we know each other?
Oh, yeah. Sean and I go back, I want to say 10 years.
Is it? No, it's
Right?
not.
I think it might be, or just under 10
Just
years.
yeah, maybe. Ooh.
We first met on a music video, which was for Aquilo,
Yeah.
which was wonderful, and I was playing a bully because I look so much like a bully.
Yeah, but it was
but-
the Coke bottle
Yes, I was throwing a Coke bottle
because you were so
'cause I
badass.
was really hard. And
Yeah.
Sean had to look absolutely petrified of me, which was a very big challenge. And then we met on another job about a year later, and bonded over our mutual dislike for everything on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And since then, I've been fantastic friends, and I love Shawnee very much, and it's a joy to be here. So thank you very
Yay!
much,
Oh,
mate.
cheers! Yes, alcohol as well.
Both on the rosé,
Fantastic!
obviously.
Fantastic! Cheers! Ding. So, for anyone who wants to see the music video, I've put it in the chat. It's 9 years old.
Yeah, I
That
thought it was.
song.
I figured it was nearly 10.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Crazy.
scary time.
Yeah, so we worked on chat room,
We did.
which was the play, which was yeah. But
It was fine.
we bonded through adversity, didn't we?
We did. We absolutely did. We had a great time
And
together without anybody else.
Remember, like there was a whole thing with photography, with like getting using photos.
Oh God, yeah.
I just remember having a phone call. I remember like being on the phone with you about like I don't know if it was like you weren't allowed to use photos that were taken during the show.
That was the one.
And you were like, that's literally the only reason why I did it was like to be able to promote something or like do something. And it like it was so yeah. And then yeah. And I was doing
Terrible. It was terrible.
I was movement directing for 2 pieces at the same time, and both were like traumatic for different reasons. But this one, it was just like, why are we doing this? And
why are we here?
do you remember the director was leading a warm up, and he knows nothing about movement, and he was like, I want you to all pop like a pimple. You're like, what?
Excellent.
Just so disgusting.
Or like
yeah.
fucking a line. Or how would you like us to pop?
Just disgusting. No, it's horrible. So what has your journey been like since that until now? Give us like a brief rundown.
Oh, he's good at the questions, isn't he? That's going to be a long answer, but I'll sort of push it to a quick one as much as I can.
Give us a long answer. Give us a long answer.
Okay. So I'd been to uni and done a degree at university, and had a okay time, but it just wasn't what I wanted. And when I was applying to university, you couldn't use student finance to go to drama school at the time, so I couldn't apply to go to drama school because I couldn't afford to go, and I didn't have a mummy and daddy to help. So I went to university, and I left the university and tried to be in the business for a bit, and it was fine. We were doing music videos and short films and small projects on the stage, like chat room, but not really breaking into slightly bigger doors.
And an Italy tour?
An Italy tour, yes. Oh my God! When I also was in the TRU.
Yeah. Was it an Oscar Wilde thing? Was it an
anymore? No.
Was it an Oscar Wilde thing?
It was the Canterville Ghost.
Yes. Oh.
And my role was silent, effectively mute for the first half, And then the second half had this like really big chunky scene where she was supposed to be overly emotional and extremely like
Wasn't
and I
there?
did that around
I remember you telling me like that there were like some of the roofs were like the theatres were falling apart and like
yeah, some of them were like beautiful, really gorgeous Italian theatres that were so stunning. And then you'd go to others where there'd be like cockroaches running alongside you as you ran around the back stage, and just the audiences were mostly lovely, really lovely. But there would be a couple of times where something would happen and we'd all just be like, how is this allowed? But it is.
Yeah.
Certain stories that I'm sure no one would want to hear, but you know, fun times with young audiences. It's always a good thing. But yes, so I did that, and then whilst I was on that tour, I decided to apply for drama school, and so applied for Bristol or Vic and Central, and was going to go and do RADA, a short course, not a short course, but a year-long course at RADA, but got into Bristol, and so went straight there.
Yeah.
And it was the best decision I ever made, because from that it opened up the voiceover world. And I did Carlton Hobbs for the BBC, which is a competition of what would you call it, Sean? It's like not a competition. It's like what's it called?
Yeah, it's a competition contest.
Bursary. It's a bursary.
Oh yeah.
So bursary. But you do 5 months with the BBC and you work on their radio plays for 5 months. And I unfortunately was doing it during lockdown, which was difficult, but it was a real good start to voiceover world. And I'd done a bit before, but not as much as I was doing now. And then was very fortunate to get a voiceover agent, and then from that managed to start doing video games and commercials, and now we're here.
Yeah. So okay, so Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yes.
So talk to us about your experience on that game and the character and how that all came about.
Yes. So I play Wilhelmina. For anyone who has played it, she is she's a brothel owner. She's a lady of the house at the Rose Chateau, and she has a bit of bite to her, and another life that we don't see very much of, but it's a strong life that I would love to dive into a bit more one day if they ever do, but we shall see. And she is a character that I auditioned for, and it was facial capture for me, and the motion capture had already been done in America. So I was auditioning for facial capture, and the audition was all extremely close up. It was a self-tape where you were literally just sort of like, I mean, it's difficult to do in this, but like you were about this close to the camera for most of the audition. And it was all about eye lines and trying your best to make her as natural as possible. And then I got into the studio once I got the job, and the motion capture was extremely different to what I had thought she was. So I'd gone in with a very specific idea of her being quite still and sort of moving, but with purpose, and only moving when she desperately wanted to or needed to. And then when I got in and looked at the motion capture, she was sort of like flowy and snaky, and she had a fan, and she was just the opposite really of what I'd been prepping. So I had about 5 minutes, about 5 or 10 minutes to try and come up with something that was different in terms of vocally, but also facially. Like I'd made her quite still and quite like, but now she was quite expressive, and her body was doing all this stuff, and she had to be a bit more sultry, and her eye lines were a bit more like lower, and eyebrow movements and things like that, which I'd not originally put too much in. So I was glad that I'd seen it, but initially it was like, oh god,
Yeah.
oh. But I had a good time, and it was then, you know, lots of going back to the studio for a year and a bit afterwards, and doing the screams and shouts and extra bits, which was great, and I had a lovely time.
So we've got an extra 70 odd people who've just come in to say hello from the Dread Waffle. So say hello, Charlotte. Hello, everyone. Hello. Say hello to Gertrude. Hello, Waffle Rain. Hello, everyone. We are joined, anyone who's just joined in, we are joined by the marvellous Charlotte East. I'm pointing to the wrong side, who is Wilhelmina in Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh, hi there, Starduck. First time chat, hello. So we're just hearing about the experience on Dragon's Dogma 2, which is awesome. What is Dog's name? Mintleaf is asking.
Gertrude Crumbleberry the First, but Gertie for short.
So yeah, I love that. I love hearing about people's different experiences on games, because also it's like I feel like it's different studios and different casting directors and everyone's got a different. Gertie's like, I've had enough now. Get me down. Get me down.
Get off! Oh God. I need this right now.
It's really interesting here, like the different ways that studios work and stuff, and because I've played through the game, and it's been really interesting hearing some of the voice acting, because I think like you can definitely hear how some people responded well to it, and then others maybe didn't respond so well to maybe the way that it was directed. But I don't know if it's maybe an engineering thing, because some characters, mainly NPCs, it sounded like sometimes they'd just taken the first take and there were like actual mistakes in the voiceover. Whereas I feel like the lead characters had maybe had more time. James, hello, first time chat. To like workshop and like it's really interesting to hear, and I really loved your performance and the twist with like at the end. I was like, oh my gosh, and you did such a great job of making the classical way of speaking so natural, which I think is like it's part of who you are. I think it's part of your training. I think like you, as a thespian, I think that kind of thing sits really nicely with you. Thank you for the subs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the subs. I don't know what this is, but thank
Charlotte's
you.
like, what? Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Mintleaf. Thank you. Welcome everyone to the Fleas. If anyone, by the way, level 3 hype train, what? If anyone is late to the party, we've got a Discord you can go and join where you can be with all the Fleas. Yeah, and Dreadwaffle, thank you so much for joining. Sleep well. Sorry, Charlotte. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Talking about
talking about how wonderful you are.
language.
Yeah. Did you find that? How did you find working with that kind of language on the day? Because I thought you did it really well.
Thank you, Shawnee. Yeah, I mean, you'll know, like Lambda, we didn't do much. I mean, we did quite a bit of classical stuff at Bristol, not a massive amount to where you go, I am really classically trained. But I think just having a love for Shakespeare and Shakespeare's contemporaries like Marlowe, and I think naturally when you have a love for that sort of language, then when you pick up something that's of a similar ilk, not completely the same, obviously, you're not in verse or in prose, but you're certainly in something that's other. Yeah. I find it really fun. So I enjoyed it. I would go into the studio and be like, okay, what the hell am I saying? Right. Okay, it's sort of this. And I'd say to Isha, director, I'd be like, is it this? And he'd be like, nope. I'm like, okay, is it this? And he would, yes, that is it. Okay, great. Okay, yes, I'll go for that. I will go for that. So it was a lot of trial and error, but I think I was working quite quickly. So I probably had time.
That's nice, because then you get more time, to retry it and workshop. That's awesome. So
I wonder whether people
didn't
have a lot of time.
Maybe. So Susan the Great has asked, in the music industry, there is a lot of discussion currently about addressing gender disparity with regards to professional opportunities. Have you encountered any similar roadblocks with VA work, or have there been any particular challenges you've encountered specifically as a woman in the voice acting community?
Great question, Susan the Great. You are great. So for me, I haven't experienced a lot that I would say has been problematic as of yet. But I mean, I left Bristol in 2020. I've been in the business beforehand, obviously, but mainly as an actor, not as a voiceover artist. And so now I'm finding that I'm commercials wise, I'm doing commercials quite a lot and video games, auditioning for video games, but not having enough experience within the business at the minute to be able to have a clear answer on that. So I'm going to give you a really crap answer and say, no, I haven't experienced very much of it, thankfully.
That's good.
Which is really good and really good at the minute. But I have heard of stories,
Okay.
particularly within BBC Radio, early days, like early days. When I was there, when I was doing it, things were very good, and they were very open and having conversations about topics that were desperately needed to have chats about at that time, and they were trying to create radio dramas that were really easy for everybody to listen to and feel that they could relate to. But I'd heard stories about years before how it was quite bad at the BBC, but it's now definitely changed. So thankfully, I've said I will say no.
That's
that
great.
one. But thank you for the question. It's really good.
That's great to know that the industry is moving in a direction where you haven't felt that. That's really great.
Oh.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sabe wants to know, what are the biggest differences you found in recording for game acting versus commercials? Do you find one more difficult than the other?
Yeah. Yeah. So games, I think games are more fun, but I think you can get games wrong, like really wrong.
Yeah.
And I think your comment about that, Sean, is a prime example of it. I think that you can get it wrong, and then it's there forever.
Yeah.
And anyone can play it whenever they choose to, and whereas a commercial, you can get it wrong, and then it can be off the air, afterwards. At least it might be on for 6 months, might be on for a year, but then it's gone. And so if you've got it wrong, it's okay. So I find the pressure of games quite high. And I did a recent indie game, and I was playing this woman who I don't know. I think I'm okay to say this. She is like quite posh RP woman who is in the theatre world, and she has taken her sort of past is made of these zombies. And I was home studio recording it, being like, this is going to be there forever. It has to be right. It has to be right. It can't be rubbish. If it's rubbish, or if the accent's wrong, or if anything's wrong, it's never going away. So yeah, my answer would be that commercials are definitely easier because a lot of the time you're in your own voice.
Totally.
Whereas games, you're clicking into different accents, and particularly if you get.
And with something like Wilhelmina, where it's a dub, so a lot of the physical performance is already there for you to work to. You've got to then work to molding with somebody else's portrayal and yet find your own spin on it. So you're like, but also, like you said, not wanting to disappoint fans and knowing the medium, and like there's so many challenges with that, aren't there?
Yeah, and like I think that I hadn't seen, particularly Wilhelmina, I hadn't seen Wilhelmina's body at all. I had no idea in terms of like her aesthetic. I had no idea what she looked like when I went for the audition and when I had the initial self-tape. It was very much a case of being like, well, I think she's probably going to be brunette, but I don't know. She's probably going to have a mask, but she might not. We don't know what she physically is going to look like. So even knowing that my face was going to be her face, but I had no idea what my face was going to be attached to, was immediately like you're putting faith in the fact that you're going to have to be happy with what your image is going towards. 100%. And thankfully I am, because I think Wilhelmina's great and she's cool.
And you're great, Charlotte. You're great.
Thank you, darling. Thank you, Pinky. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
So just so I don't know if you know, but we're doing some live signings today. So Lenka has ordered a print of this one. How cute is this? So this is Scratch and Owlbear cuddling together. So cute. And it says Scratch and the Owlbear cub take a long rest. So Lenka has asked for me to say, hope you're keeping well, friend, and a little doodle. Now, thanks for bringing Scratch to life. Truly the bestest boy in favourite. And thank you, Lenka, if you're there. Now, from our last one, I think we know that I'm not the greatest doodler, but I will do some Scratch paws because I am not.
Sounds terrible. He's a terrible drawer.
Yeah. I try. I like.
You can draw like the stick sort of vibe.
Shut
of, like
up.
this person moves here.
Yeah. It's not great. Let's have one last question.
If there is any, I mean, I'm surprised anybody knows who I am. Hello, everybody.
There's loads of questions.
I can't see your comments.
There's loads of questions.
I
Let's go with apologies if I miss anyone's question. I just already asked that one. Okay, what inspired you to get into acting?
Great question. I love that one.
Yeah,
right, Sean, get
that's from
signing
Atticus.
and do some nice doodling.
Yes.
Hi, Atticus. Thank you for your question. What got me into acting? As a kid, I did a lot of amateur dramatics with my dad, and it was very much a case of I'd done dancing for years and I wanted to do acting, but I had no idea how to get into it. And at the time, again, like I mentioned before, you couldn't use student finance to go to university, so I just didn't really see it as an option for me. I wasn't sure it was going to be something I could do, but I wanted to do dancing, and I wanted to be on stage. And so I got into it through basically doing amateur dramatics and having a wonderful time doing lots of musicals, which Sean will know I am not really a musical person.
You're a great singer. You're underconfident, but you are a good singer. You are, and you really came out of your shell at drama school. Like I heard it. You're great. And then your first, didn't you say like you then did radio? You did Carlton Hobbs, and you did BBC Radio, and then you had to sing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was full circle moment.
Yeah.
Actually, that's actually I'd completely forgotten about that. How do you remember these things, Shawnee?
I remember everything.
You are literally the elephant of the room. Yeah, so I love musicals in the sense that like a good gritty musical, I'm all for that. But I'm not particularly confident as a singer. I can harmonise quite happily, and I got better at drama school because at drama school they really encourage you to be good at as much as you possibly can be, or at least be confident enough to walk into an audition room and go, yeah, I can hold that note. It's fine. Since now leaving drama school and not doing any singing, my confidence has gone to the floor again. But maybe I should get into some singing lessons.
Do it. You're a great singer. You're a great singer. This is for Lenka. I hope you're keeping well, friend. I did some little doggy doodles and some little paw prints as well. So that is for Lenka. Thank you very much for ordering this. This will be with you very soon.
Really quickly,
Your writing's beautiful, Shawnee.
Okay. Sorry, Sabe.
Really quickly, because there was a follow-up question for Charlotte talking about the video game acting from Munamise. Curious if there's storyboards for gaming actors, and if there are, does it help?
Another great question, guys. This is lovely. I'm having so when you audition, you get normally, and Sean will know this too, you get a picture of your character normally, or what they kind of want it to look like in their heads. They're going, this is what we think it's going to be like. Yeah. And then they go, this is what the description of this character is, the age, this is the accent that we're looking for, this is his name, their name, and this is their vibe, and this is their backstory. And then you get like a box of each line. and usually there's an emotion next to the line. So like I did one today, which was for a 10 to 13-year-old. I will most likely not get this one because me trying to do a 10 to 13-year-old is it's a stretch. But the character itself was really interesting and exciting, and the backstory of the game was great. And so I think in terms of storyboards, it really helps to have as much information as possible because you can make a bit more bolder choices. And some video game companies, and I don't know if you found this, Sean, but some video game companies will say, no cartoon sounds, really natural. Don't make the character feel too big.
We want it naturalistic.
Like intimate.
Yeah. That's what we had for Baldur's Gate. But then you're like, how do I do a naturalistic goblin?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing, isn't it? And also you're going, okay, I can do naturalistic in my own accent, or like in a slightly younger accent if you want to be slightly younger, but I can't really make my sound particularly young, otherwise I'll sound like I'm like trying to put it on. Suddenly I'm like doing a little like a weird sound that's like nasal. Yeah. But the more information you have, the better. And usually I find the best auditions you get are the ones where they're like, go have fun. Here's this role. It is a pirate who used to live in Norfolk, and he is really into crochet. And he sails a boat, but it's constantly sinking. Like that amount of backstory is just great because you're
Please, someone write a game off of that. A pirate from Norfolk who likes crochet, who sails a boat that's constantly sinking. I love it. That is so funny.
Yeah, do tend to write theatre shows every now and again.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so before we wrap up, tell people what you're currently working on.
So I work as an actor. I work as a voiceover actor. I've been doing a bit of directing recently in theatre, and I have been writing. Sean is also a fantastic. He's very good. And I can say that as someone who's known him for many years and read everything he's ever done. He's very good. So look out for Sean's stuff because it's going to be good stuff. It's coming. But I also write, and I've written a play called The Kingstone, and it's about toxic masculinity within the East Midlands and poor male mental health within the East Midlands of England, and how young men usually sponge from their environment and their society and become something very different to what they originally were, based on the people that are around them. So that's that. And that's going on a tour in 2025, doing a regional tour.
It's exciting.
We have some theatre.
Yes. Are you do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations! That's exciting.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yes. Go Charlotte. Yes. That's good. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
Got to get something. And then I'm writing another play, which is a one-woman show about free diving called Bends. Bends.
Which is about not only free diving.
Oh, yes, it's about... Sorry, no, I always do that. I always stop at that because I'm always like, that's just interesting in itself, surely.
Yeah, well, yeah. But...
it's a one-woman show about free diving that looks at... Because I did male mental health, it now looks at women's mental health. And I know this is quite binary within the two genders, but that's my third play. I'm going to just go through everything that I can possibly go through. But yeah, this is a one-woman show about poor mental health and grief, really.
Oh yeah, so Susan asks, is it based on an actual person? Bends.
No, and if you're thinking about Deepest Breath, oh my God, that documentary is brilliant. Oh, it's such a good documentary. It's so good. But no, it's based on an imaginary person, but has taken elements of the documentaries that I've watched. And thank you for asking, Susan. They're great.
Charlotte,
You are
it's been an absolute delight having you here. I hope next time we can do it. We don't. Your internet is. You're in like somewhere where we're not asking so much of your internet. I'm so sorry, but you were like, I could do it another day, and I was like, no, this day, come.
and then they'll be like, oh yeah, no, I'll just say this place is really nice.
And look at that! Look how gorgeous that is! Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Oh,
So that's where I've been.
that is so lovely. No, Charlotte, it's always a pleasure, never a chore. I have so much love for you, and it's nice to talk about your work and share your work with people who can, new audiences, people who can appreciate you for the great person and artist you are. So yeah, I can't wait for people to see what you've got next. So yes, and thank you for the Gertie cameo.
Thank you for having me as well, and for asking me.
Yeah.
So good.
We'll get you on. We'll do some gaming soon. So everyone will be.
Yes, please.
In a second, we'll have the wonderful the horrible James Alexander will be on in a second. So we will be with you. What do they say? Right after these messages. See you soon. I'm muted again. I'm muted again. You know what? This is going to be an every time thing. You're just going to have to remind me. Sorry. Wasn't that nice? Yeah. Charlotte, everyone. Charlotte is a really cool, special friend. It's just crazy to think, we've been friends for 10 years. It's horrible. I know. I have a lot of love for my friend Charlotte. She's excellent, awesome human and deserves every success. So let's go on to our next signing before we forget. So this one is for Veronica. Is Veronica there? Veronica has asked for something sweet that this good little guy would say. So I think maybe all I know is I thought of you when I saw this. So, that's quite nice. Yeah. Open the door, please. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it. I found this. Proceeds to drop a I don't know, chicken bone or something. What do we think of that? That's nice. I'm gonna put Veronica. All I know is I thought of. Oh. I messed it up, people. I messed it up. Veronica. Okay. And then let's do some scratchies. Printy. 1, 2, 3. Go. That's for you, Veronica. Veronica, all I know is I thought of you when I saw this. And I put some little thingies as well. So that's for you. Thanks for booking that, Veronica. That will be with you very soon. So, we have our final extra special guest who's been waiting far too long. I know. Sigh all you like. I'd like to introduce to the stage the one and only James Alexander. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Well, thanks so much for coming. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Thanks
Good
so much
evening,
for...
morning, afternoon.
Yeah, for whoever. Wanton Bombs. That's nice. And his royal hairiness. Hello. First time chat.
Hello. Good.
Yes, you are shaved.
Yeah, it was for an audition. Okay, it was a tactical shaving. Okay, I look younger now.
You look very good with the shave. It looks good.
Thank you, Sean. How are
Yes.
you doing? Are you okay?
I am good.
Well.
Yeah, it's been a good. It's a good time right now. It's good. Oh, you're kind of quiet. I'm going to turn you up.
Right. It's the gain. I can't put the gain any higher. Sorry.
Sometimes it's not the gain, it's the proximity with the mic, darling.
Would you?
No, you know what? That's
too
still not very good.
I can't win with you, man.
God,
I don't know what you want from me.
So
Why am I here?
I don't know. I want to hear about the man of many voices. Because oh god, oh no, I'm so sick of being called that because like everyone loves what I do.
You got the wrong guy, so a bit awkward.
What? Who should I get?
Should have done your research first.
Who should I get?
I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. So is James quiet? Yes, you are quiet. You are.
Why am I quiet? I can't be. It's impossible.
Susan said that I can't talk louder than the mic to compensate.
Has never been higher.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to? Is this
That's
better?
better.
Can we start talking like this?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just hold on like a crooner.
Just hide your face. That's better.
I know. Hello, Sean.
You're a gamer, right?
I am a gamer, big time pro button
Pusher.
presser.
Yeah.
Trophy hunter.
How long have you been? James. How long have you been a gamer?
I've been gaming since the Sega Saturn come out, which do a quick Google. Saturn. So I was born in the year 1992. Sega Saturn was out in 1995. Okay, that's bullshit. I was not playing video games at the age of 3. Let's say roughly about the age of 6. No. Crash Bandicoot PS1 definitely played. So let's hit Crash Bandicoot PS1 and go from there.
Okay, so you were a PS1 player. You're a PS1 player. Good.
Yes,
I think that's okay. I think that's okay.
It is okay, Sean. It's fine. It is okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I won't hear otherwise.
So we played a game on Sunday. I don't know if you've played.
Yes.
Did you play Rugrats Search for Reptar on the PS1?
I did.
So
I seem to remember one level being quite scary.
yeah, we revisited it on Sunday, and it's kind of terrifying.
Rugrats has always had a kind of sinister vibe to it.
There's a
It's
clown
always been that.
that reappears through every
Pennywise.
every level, and he's terrifying.
Pennywise.
It looks like it. I mean, it probably is
Pennywise.
inspired, actually, isn't it? But
Yeah.
it's
Nickel Smart the clown. Nickel.
Oh, is that a crash plush in the background? Oh no, your mic is gone. Well, thanks so much for coming. Oh no. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
There we go. Sorry, I pulled my interface off. It's not me talking without destroying something. Sorry. And yes, it is a Crash plush. Yes, it is. Yes, Crash Bandicoot.
So, if you were to reel off like your favorite childhood memory games, what would they be?
Ooh. Good. So, Crash Bandicoot 2,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Big fan of that game. I was a massive fan of Croc. I really liked Croc, Legend of the Gobbos. That was a lot of fun. Don't know if any of you remember that.
I don't know that one.
It was kind of like the B tier platformer. It wasn't as popular as Crash Bandicoot or Spyro. Shout out to Spyro, by the way. But it was kind of still that vibe. You played as like an anthropomorphized crocodile. You just ran about.
Okay.
There's another PS1 game which we played on the stream a few months ago called Apocalypse, starring Bruce Willis.
No.
Yeah. And basically, he's a prisoner who escapes prison. What? And basically, he has to hunt down the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in some futuristic Fifth Element. What? Blade Runner kind of world. That was a lot of fun as well.
Did you ever play Heart of Darkness?
I did. Big fan of Heart of
That
Darkness.
is such a good game, isn't it?
Good game. Really good game. I'd like to remind, one game I absolutely loved was Nightmare Creatures. Nightmare Creatures was a brilliant game.
What's that?
It was set in Victorian London, and you play as either a dude with like a staff or a woman with a blade, and basically some mad doctors unleashed nightmare creatures upon London.
It looks good.
Beat their asses. Yeah, it's a big fan of it. And of course, another game. Sorry, I'm just going to go through them all. So all these PS1 games I love.
No, I love it. I love it. I love it. Keep going, please.
Special shout out to 40 Winks. I was a massive fan of 40 Winks, which was like a lower tier platformer, but you play as 2 kids who basically have to go into their nightmares and fight nightmares. That was a lot of fun, and you go for different worlds like Underwater World, Alien, Extraterrestrial Land, Haunted House, stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
That's so cool. How
What about you?
What about me? Oh, what about me? What about me? I loved. Well, okay. The Hellish Flora. Hello, first time chat.
Hi, Alex Flora.
Hello. I love Spyro. The third Spyro, the one where you have to collect the eggs.
The Year of the Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was obsessed with anything magic related and still am. So
The Harry Potter, big fan.
the first PS1 Harry Potter game was, I think that was my first ever game. But I was quite young. So I would find myself, as the character runs forward, I would run forward. So I ran across the lava and
Took a
smacked into
while.
the TV.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice couple of headbutts. And I from that until now, I still can't. I can't like if the screen is like this and I want to see what's around the corner, but I can't. I will find myself like trying to peer around the side of the screen.
You sound like my dad.
Oh no! Oh James! 1 second. Call yourself a streamer. He's gone. Susan says you do that as well. You lean around the TV. Oh God! Oh, everyone talks shit about James. Oh yeah, he's such a loser. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, he's out of practice. Yeah. Oh, hi James. We were just talking. We were just saying really nice things about you.
I didn't pull my headphones out. Okay, just my microphone. Okay. Also,
Yeah,
you
so-
sound like my dad. My dad
Oh,
does
no.
this as well. He's playing games and he's like,
I do. No, okay, I'm not quite as bad as that anymore. I used to be like that, but I do like. I'm like this.
see beyond the borders of the digital realm.
What's round the side? I found that really jarring when I first tried Baldur's Gate because I'm used to being able to look up, and because I couldn't look up, and the characters doing it, I'd be like. Like really, really like physically trying to make this character look up. I was like, but with the veins in your neck and like, oh, it's great. No, love their first two Harry Potters. I loved Spyro. I loved 102 Dalmatians. That was good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
And yeah, Rugrats was a big one. And then, but then you move into PS2, and Jack and Daxter was a big one.
Oh, great games.
Right.
Love Jack and Dak.
What did you think about the change between the first and the second one?
I think it was a very admirable, ballsy move because it wasn't like slightly let's upgrade. It's like whole new world, whole new vibe. Jack talks now, and he's got guns. You know, so yeah, I liked it, and I was a big fan of the first three Jack and Daxter. I didn't actually play Jack X or The Lost Frontier.
I played the Frontier one.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it because it tried to return to the original. Because when I was younger and I liked only magic and I didn't like anything to do with anything else. When
Sean is a magic boy.
Yeah, I am.
He loves his magic.
I'm magical. I just I was like fucking yeah.
Fucking wizards. Yeah. Fucking goblins don't have big sizes.
Sound like my nan. So obviously you know that you've got an affinity, to quote Robin Williams, you do voices. So you know you've got an affinity. Has that always been a thing?
Yes, I have kind of mimicked voices as long. Not to say I'm an impersonator or an impressionist, but I've always copied voices in games copied voices in general for as long as I can remember. So I've my long-suffering family and now wife have put up with it for much too long, you know. So it's I've always had an affinity for at least copying what I hear and creating characters, you know, that kind of could pass as characters, not ripping off anyone else. Completely original content from me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But when I watched your stream with Neil, I didn't realize that you were the cat, and hearing you chat, I was like, oh my God, it was really cool to hear someone.
Tapes.
Oh my God.
Will you kill those rats, please? Presence vexes me.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Tambourine. I love tambourine.
Very
That's so
cool. No, it's always cool
was
to
nice
hear
doing it,
such a departure from someone's voice. It's a very impressive
Yes.
feat.
Because usually I do a lot of deep voices as well. So I'm always like, "Hello, I'm James doing this." So when they're like high voice, I was like, "Oh, okay, we doing this, we cooking."
Do you
So,
do you have a preference?
I think I'm more. The issue with me, like, I think I can comfortably go. Gonna say it. Comfortably go deeper than higher. I'm gonna regret saying that. But
I think we have to
sometimes
mute James now.
Yeah.
I'm afraid, everyone.
comfortably going deeper, everyone. Yeah, but sorry, I'm so sorry. It's past 10. It's fine. And yeah, whereas like I think it's more a case of like I've got more used to doing deeper voices, so there's more time for me to learn what I can do with a higher register. So there's less
Yeah.
experience with a higher register, but I'd say I'm quite lucky that I can go in between here and there. I just risk the voice breaking a bit if I go, unless that's what the character needs. So, yeah.
So Sabe wants to know: do you find that certain
Yes.
roles might need might take more vocal strain than others due to the nature of the character? How do you protect your voice
yes.
while still obviously getting the work done?
There is no protection. No. So it's a massively important thing to do is warm up before your session, warming up and warming down as well afterwards. It's very, very important. Like, for example, today I was recording more Warhammer Dark Tide, and that's probably the most strenuous voice role I've done so far, because the voice sounds like this, and it's literally combat situations 24/7. So you're constantly going up. Constantly. So pilgrims. So after like 2 hours, you start to be a bit like, I think we should wrap it up now. We did. So yeah, so really important, staying hydrated, but also making sure you're hydrated the day before. If you forget to drink, like stay hydrated the day before, it can really eat into your performance on the day, because your voice, you won't be able to like catch up with your hydration like 2 hours before if you've had a bad day. So it's kind of important. You can get away with it, but some voices prefer you to be nice and hydrated. So to kind of protect my voice, warmed ups are really important. Knowing your own limits as well, because it's easy to kind of hit that level of being like, I'm going to push myself and really just go for it. And it's admirable, because you want to put the biggest performance out there, and you want people to think, yeah, he's really going for it. Yeah, great job, James. But sometimes like you can do the exact same job, because after editing, something slightly shouted compared to screamed could more or less sound the same after they've kind of twiddled with the volume and stuff. So it's also knowing how far you can push the voice and making sure that you can comfortably do the voice, because there'd be nothing more embarrassing than going into a session, doing the voice, and after a while, you've got a bit of vocal fatigue just from doing it naturally.
Yeah.
And you can't do the voice anymore. And the client's going to be like, well, why are you here then?
Yeah, and we've booked you for so many hours. And
yeah, exactly. So it's knowing not to blow out your vocal cords, so to speak. But it's the best thing really to suggest is warming up, warming down, staying hydrated, and something to get you through the session, because sometimes it is natural, you will start to fatigue in your throat. There's a Chinese
pepper cow.
Try it, Sean, yourself. That's the one. Yeah, that's really helpful. It's just like a herbal remedy.
Yes.
You mix into some water, it just coats your throat and gives you
Fantastic.
a bit of extra mileage to keep going.
Excellent lubricant.
It's the good stuff. Quality lubricant, guys.
Yes, very good. I love that. That gets me through any illness as well. Like it's a wonderful.
Yeah.
Amazing, magical. So
magical, yeah.
do you have a preference between mocap and VO only?
VO only.
Yeah, same.
Because I am not physically built like a main character. I don't walk like a main character. Even if I pull my shoulders back, I just don't.
You do have NPC vibes, it's true.
Okay, Sean. Okay. Well, you've got...
I mean, I'm only...
dead NPC vibes, Sean.
Dead Goblin Raider, it's true.
You're already dead.
That's my main character in the credits, Dead Goblin Raider.
You don't even have any loot on your body.
I'm dead already, yeah.
Didn't even make it past the opening shot now. So, definitely VO, because with mocap, sometimes they want you to look, like they want you to be, like, be the character for them. And like I've done it before, like my face has been scanned into a game, which is nice, but like physically, I'm no, Kratos or Joel from The Last of Us, I might be able to sound like it once in a while, but like I can't, like do that. So, and also like I have scoliosis, so my spine's a little bit. So not many people want to have a.
And they're like, straighten your back, and you're like, well,
yeah. So yeah, that is something I've had to learn to live with, and it's it's kind of upsetting. But it doesn't stop me though. It doesn't upset me because like mocap wasn't my ultimate aim. I just know it's part of the industry. So if I can get in like doing Baldur's Gate, luckily that no one was like, sort your spine out, mate. Before we did it, so I was very lucky. But VO's I just enjoy just going into the room and like getting given the clips and the context and just because I feel I don't really act out scenes like naturally as they would. There's a lot of arm waving and like in a mocap. You can't be like, I'm just
totally. There's so much more physical freedom when you're not being watched.
Absolutely, yeah.
You could do whatever you want. Even things like efforts, fighting stuff. Like I find actually not mimicking the movement, but doing something that feels right for the body is so much nicer and like. Yeah, it fits better, I think.
Yeah. It's just how it help because like I was just saying, it helps you kind of get the voice out. It lets you kind of figure out emotion for how they speak when they're shouting, and like sometimes like some characters don't require you moving at all. Maybe like a flick of a wrist, something like that.
Yeah.
Other characters do like you're there going like a preacher going.
Yeah.
Delusions. Stuff like that. So it varies, but no, absolutely. What about you? Do you say you prefer just
VO?
as well?
100%. Like even Baldur's Gate, like anytime it was just all that's why I love the animals because you can have so much more fun with them. But I've been doing a project.
Creatures. I like doing creatures though. Creatures is fun. Creature mocap. Like
I haven't done that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I did a ghoul in Baldur's Gate. I did one ghoul, everyone. So that was really fun.
That is fun. That's fun. Yeah, I've been working on a project at the moment. NDA. But
is that the one that I bumped into you? Yeah.
NDA. But it's been really fun. Because it's all been VO only. And actually, there's as we were saying, like there's so much more physical freedom in it.
There is,
the character's quite still a lot of the time anyway. So there's quite a lot of like I don't know my kind of ballet background. I quite like bringing that kind of feeling to people.
I did not know that.
Yes, I was a professional ballet dancer, James.
You surprise me more and more.
Well,
yeah. I wish I could dance. I wish I could prounce. I wish I could frolic, but I can't.
You could frolic all you like. Whether people like it or not is a different matter.
Yeah, I'm avant-garde ballet. All right. Don't like it.
Yeah.
Walk away.
No, I love like bringing. I find I don't know the physicality in movement in voiceover is the best thing for me. It's how you incorporate giving like an embodied performance, and his character's really interesting because he's super fast with way he fights.
Okay.
So and I loved doing all the efforts and the fighting stuff because he is so fast. So you don't have the time to be like self-indulgent with it and being like you have to be so efficient with. Yeah. But then like 2 hours later, the fatigue. It's like you've been coughing for 2 hours. It's oh my god.
Yeah, because your body thinks you've been
fighting,
being a super fast ballet dancing fighter. So it's gonna feel like it.
Yeah.
Like with Warhammer. Yeah.
Oh my god! So, I don't think I'm built for a Warhammer game. I have to say, don't no Warhammer people see that, please.
Stop. Stop.
No, I don't have like the deep, gravelly, shouty,
not everyone
boomy thing.
Is deep. Not everyone is deep voiced in Warhammer. That would be unfair. There's plenty of high pitched voices as well, Sean. There is.
I'm not. What do you mean high pitched?
Medium pitched voices.
Oh my god! All right, okay.
What do you mean high pitched? What are you talking about?
The rest of the Warhammer crew, we're all very bassy over there.
Oh my god!
Get
Sean,
out!
I need to quickly.
Get out!
I need to quickly ask a question, if you don't mind.
I'm scared.
Is that okay? Why do you have bowling ball holes on your right hand?
Oh, They are scratch. They're paw prints. I was
Oh.
trialing them out to see. I was trying to figure out which way they go.
I see.
But
Okay.
does he
Glad
do?
we got to the end of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually, let's just quickly. Have you seen any of these? Look at this. How gorgeous is that?
That's. Oh, he's a good
Yeah.
boy.
This is by
good boy.
Shade of Stars, and this one is for
Shade of
Susan.
Stars.
If you're here,
It's amazing.
Susan, hello. They are art, aren't
The time
they?
has come.
The time has come for you to lip sync. So by our live. So hope you're keeping well, friend, and a paw stamp. Yes. So Susan, would you like me to write it to you and Dusty? Dusty.
But so you're not using your hand as a bowling ball? Is that what we're going with that?
Just you. Okay.
I got the image of someone throwing a hand down a bowling ball.
Like me falling down. Ah! Are you a fan of cartoons?
I am indeed. Yes, I am.
What kind of cartoons do you like?
Yes, I'm currently watching The Legend of Vox Machina. At the
Oh
moment.
yeah. Wait. Is season 3 out yet?
It is not. It's not out till October. So I'm like, kind of started watching it the wrong. No, it's good. It's been good. I've enjoyed it so far. You know, obviously the voice actors in it are top of the game, so it's very enjoyable. Other animations. I've been watching Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh, it's apparently there's like the weird episode and then it gets really crazy.
I don't know if I've got to the weird episode yet.
Okay,
I
spoilers.
think I'm about 12 episodes in. But I mean, the people are eating dungeon creatures. It's consistently weird, but I'm waiting for it to get really weird.
Oh, I think it's probably episode 13 then if you've watched 12.
Okay.
Apparently
I'm
it is. Apparently it does
holding
get
you to that,
crazy.
Sean.
Apparently it gets crazy.
Cool, I look forward to that.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Season 1 just wrapped apparently, which is good. What else? There's something else I've been watching, Sean. I finished Attack on Titan. That was big fun.
Oh yeah.
What fun? Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. In terms of animations that aren't Japanese anime, brain.
What
is
about as a
failing
kid?
me.
Did you watch any cartoons growing up?
Oh yeah, Ed, Edd and Eddie, Angela Anaconda, Dexter's Laboratory, Mona the Vampire.
Oh my God, Mona the vampire.
Gruesome, Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids.
Yeah. Oh.
Grizzly Tales for
That
gruesome
It's such a good show.
Yeah, it's good.
That
Great.
is terrifying, but also
Yeah, it's like the British Goosebumps kind of in a way, wasn't it?
Oh, Jackie's advice.
Hello,
Hello, Jackie Therapy Raid. Hello.
Jackie. Good to see you.
Just in time to see a lovely Susan. This is for you. Hope you're keeping well, friends. And I've done some little scratch doodles on there as well. So that's gonna be with you very soon, Susan. Thank you so much. I hope you like your
Thank you
lovely
very much, Susan.
print. And thank you, anonymous gifter, for giving this sub. Yeah,
Thank you, Anon.
I oh my God, Mona the Vampire mood. Such a good mood. Such a vibe. Love. Great. Oh my gosh, CITV, isn't it?
Yeah, COTV. BBC had some as well.
Yeah. Well, which one was Grizzly Tales? It was CITV, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Absolutely.
It's I love that show.
Yeah, it's great.
I love it. No, it's so good. I ask, are you a SpongeBob fan?
I did indeed. I watched SpongeBob back in the day. I woke up at crack of dawn. Puts on Nickelodeon.
Crack of dawn. Oh no.
Crack at dawn.
Oh no.
Went at mines. We cracked on Nickelodeon. Put SpongeBob.
Sorry, did you just talk about
telly.
you went into the mines? Did you say? Stereotype.
Yeah, it's a good living.
Oh
It's a
my
good-
God.
It's my
Went up
vocation.
market. Yeah,
And
hi,
I
Blair.
I work in the mines.
Right.
It's actually just a department store. The mines. It's actually all above ground.
Well, oh yeah,
investment.
it's a clothing store called Mines.
Yeah,
Mines.
I'm wearing mines.
They're all
What are you
mines.
wearing? These are all
Oh my
mines.
gosh.
It's not yours.
It's called.
It's
Oh my God, it's Coal Chic.
It's. I call this one. I can't.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay, so Loudon Kerry wants to know if you're working on a heavy scene, are there things you like the director to do to make it more comfy, like offering a break before or after? Loudon Kerry's learning direction and wants to be mindful of actors' comfort during a session, especially when time is tight.
Well, it's a great question. Thank you so much. So, 2 points of it. So, first of all, it's always good to leave the big shouts to the end of the session, because if the actors are going really heavy with it, end the session with it, because then they can leave. It's not much. It depends how much there is. You can also tactically space it out through the session. Be like, yeah, we're going to do 2 big lines now, because then you won't really blow out your voice. But I've been quite lucky to be directing myself. I've started directing myself, not myself. I've had the opportunity.
Oh, you've been directing. Okay,
yes.
you yourself have also been directing. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. So and most of it, some dialogue, but a lot of it is efforts being set on fire, poisoned to death, like being killed by creatures. So it's very physically and vocally heavy sessions. So what we'd do is we'd kind of, because the script would be done over 4 or 5 sessions, you have to just tactically be like, okay, so we do some dialogue, some light efforts, and at the end of the session, let's do like some of the burning to death, because burning to death is one of the biggest things you can do as a voice actor in terms of vocal strain. That or anime screaming. So
Shireen from Game of Thrones, that scene,
yes,
where she,
yeah.
that is, it's horror to do it like authentically as well. That horrifying sound is
Usually, and one thing I recommend when you're doing heavy efforts, it's usually one take. Like it's you will to provide the actor the safety and kind of the comfort they need.
Yeah.
If they can smash it in one take and you're happy with it, then don't go past 2 takes for like burning to death or something like that. It's just, it's a lot. So what I'd suggest is just make sure you kind of tactically spread out your script and know when to kind of pick off, because it's nice to do it all in order, but sometimes if there's a lot of heavy stuff at the end, you want to kind of sprinkle that in the session, or get it done in the first session and just kind of work through it, because you got to remember as well, the actor may have another job that day, and you don't, or maybe they're back in tomorrow. You don't want to ruin their voice for the rest of the week, So I would suggest making sure that they have enough hydration. Tea is good, or the magical Chinese herbal juice that me and Sean use. Yeah, that and
Chinese juice. Did you say?
Yeah, Chinese herbal juice. Yeah.
You have to put magical
like
at the beginning of it.
Herbal juice.
Magical. Otherwise, I don't like it. So
yeah. Sorry, of course.
Yeah.
Wizard hat.
So got magic. Yeah.
Of course. But I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, I think so. Blind Monkey Man wants to say, said, "Hey James, what sound do you think you'd make if you were getting jumped by a gang of sentient paper bags?"
What the fuck?
Okay. Well, yeah, I know who I'm
Is that
not hiring for that one.
Take...
Yeah, let's go for another take, shall we?
Lads, I don't like paper cut. Fucking hell, that hurt. Gee,
see, that is more. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Thank you. That's all we need for today. Okay, cut.
I'll send my invoice.
Actually, so someone, last question. Someone asked, Sab asked, is there any particular part of the process when auditioning or even just getting cast for a role that is the most nerve-wracking?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, every time it's like so many things. So first of all, which voice do I choose? Because the rule is usually, depending on how many character briefs come through, if it's one character, you can do about 2 takes, 3 if you're feeling really spicy. But you gotta remember the casting director is listening to all of these.
Yeah.
Not just from you. Everyone, sending their tapes in. So the first thing is, do I get the voice right? Is this what they're looking for? At the end of the day, you don't truly know. Like you just do your best, and that is ultimately it. So the first thing is am I doing the voice right? Can I maintain the accent? This is probably just my insecurities all pouring out. Getting the voice right, accent, how to deliver certain lines as well, because sometimes and it's no offense to anyone, some of the lines aren't written very well. Sometimes there's spelling mistakes, and you're like, is it meant to be spelled that way?
Yeah.
Am I meant to say,
Yeah.
like what instead of why?
Yeah.
So sometimes you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Or when they write
Yeah,
like
that's
"whoa," and you're like, "Do I say
Yeah.
whoa?" Or like,
whoa.
"Am I allowed to say something else?"
Whoa.
Like, whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Dude.
Yeah. So yeah, there's. So yeah. So
Oh,
just
nice.
throat noises.
Just burping down the camera. Oh.
Delicious. So yeah, so the main thing for me really is just making sure that I get the character comes across, because you can find yourself kind of doing the same kind of feeling for each take, because sometimes you won't get any direction on how to deliver the lines. So you're like, this is the character, he sounds like this. Hey, what you doing? How are you today? You can't do that. Get out of my house. And you're like, it all sounds the same.
Yeah.
Do I spice it up and get one where I'm like, get out of my house? So it's all, it's the kind of the nightmare of being your own critic and being your own director for the audition. It's like, what can I do to make myself stand out from everyone else? And usually you just do you. But in my mind, it's like, how do I really, what take is the best? Because I like this one, but the 20th take could have been the better one, But the truth is, the second or first take is probably the best. But this is welcome to me auditioning, guys.
I found sometimes, like in jobs as well, I've had a couple of occasions where they don't want, because they're strapped for time, they don't want to go through like loads of stuff between your line and then your next line. So then but then they haven't sent the whole script ahead of time. So then you get very little context of what you're actually speaking or reacting to. Like you'll get just like the line before, but that line before is only a tenth of the monologue that person has said, and you've got to like, what? Yeah. Whoa. Oh, right. Okay. That for me, that stresses me out, because the whole thing about, you've got to know like specificity, and you've got to know what you're talking about, and it, like that really screws me up. And also the other thing is like the challenge of, I think, any actor, especially when you're doing an audition. Okay, so like are you ready? So doing like in-person auditions for theatre and stuff, when you do it with the casting director and they're like reading like that, and the character's really impassioned and you've got to respond in that way. But like in voice, that's all the time, because you're never going to you're very rarely going to actually respond to someone else's lines.
It's true.
And if you do, they're going to like feed it in late, or it's gonna so like you have to find the energy from nowhere, and you don't know if it's going to match that person's energy, or like what is
It's true.
Yeah.
Because they might be like, I need to tell you something, and you'll be like,
What do you need to tell me?
I was in a car accident.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It's like so again, context is very important. Very important indeed.
Yeah.
Again, it's true though. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Like, how you come across is ultimately, in many ways, it's down to you. It does feel like a massive, just like what's the word? I've completely forgot. Lottery sometimes with like, it's just, I think I just got by. I think I just got into that job.
Just got by.
Just got by. Some days you just like, I ain't gonna ever work again. Next thing you know, they're knocking at the door saying, "We need you."
Someone put this guy on the next season of Nashville. So other than voice stuff,
yes.
Do you do any stuff in person, face acting?
No. No. I do get asked. Would you consider doing face acting? Real acting? No. Yeah.
All acting is acting.
Joking. Oh, yeah, exactly. I was joking, by the way. I don't believe that.
Well, you can.
Tough crowd. It's weird. Like, I'm so comfortable.
Yeah.
Doing voice acting, like I find myself being like, what if I don't, like, I think I could do it. I think I could do a reasonable decent job. I'm just more confident, and it takes so long filming.
Yeah.
You do like 30 seconds, and it's like 2 hours of camera changes. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
where like theatre's great because it's like on stage, boom, 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 boom. You know, again, I've from teaching theatre kids, I've learned to enjoy theatre a lot more. But no, it's something like I've not really thought about massively going into. Dabbled maybe the idea of it, but I'm just really enjoying. I know I could get potentially more work if I did screen stuff as well on stage.
Yeah,
But I'm
but
having
you
a great
do what you
time
do
doing
well.
voiceover.
You do what you do well.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
is a big difference between actors who like, you can see on screen if someone is used to doing theatre. You can see on theatre if someone's
Yeah.
used to doing screen. You can see the same thing in a voice artist who is not used to doing voice. Like
Yeah.
a screen actor who talks through their eyes is like there's a different challenge to putting that through the microphone. It's the mic unless you're going to blink really loudly. You're not going to get ding 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 ding. Otherwise it's not going to translate. But there is a huge thing, and like there is a to doing it well. It's
Yeah, it's like doing facial auditions for games because like expressive. Like, do I do lots of like is that what they want? They're going for like natural. Because sometimes you can just do a line like, "Hey, that's not cool." Like my face barely moves, and I'm like, "It's what?" But sometimes you're like, "I'm thinking about something." Bite your lip. Yeah, like what's the right decision to make? But no, but to go back to the start, the question. Maybe at some point, but again, because voice acting is going, not to brag, I've been very lucky to have a fair bit of work. I'm very much interested in hopefully harnessing my skills further. So I'm very lucky. I'm riddled with imposter syndrome, Sean. So
aren't we all?
Surreal.
Honestly,
I know.
like this is not the time for crying. Because we could get into one of those.
We will cry, but not tonight. But
Not tonight. No. No. Imposter syndrome is a very real thing, but I think it's good though to say that everyone has it. For anyone who's kind of looking at getting into the industry,
the real ones have imposter syndrome. Only the real ones.
Yeah,
have
that's
imposter
right.
syndrome.
But I know the real ones get nervous as well.
Yeah, if you don't get nervous, you're a chill. You're
a psychopath.
Yeah.
But
Mr. Confident.
yeah. But it's because you care about it. That's why.
It's
that
that
kind of,
exactly. Even today with Warhammer, I've done so many sessions for it, and I was like, I'll be fine. I've done it before, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. On the way there, I was like,
I can't imagine it.
No.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
My brain's like, no, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it.
It was threat level midnight in there.
Listen, James, I know you've got a baby to
gotta go deal with the baby.
Put to bed. So
yeah.
Thank you so much for allowing your arm to be twisted. It didn't take much twisting actually, so I'm pleased.
I came willingly.
I know. Don't you regret it?
No. I'd do it again.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I'm not saying I'm going to invite you again, but
well,
whoa! Oh my gosh!
I know hackers, mate.
No, I'm kidding.
Hacker
of
Man
course.
2024.
I'm kidding. Of course. No, we should do like a playthrough stream together thing. That'd be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's get that organised.
People, please. I will be back in a couple of minutes to do the last couple of signings, and so please, everyone, say goodbye to James.
Bye, please. Bye, B, please.
I'll see you in a second.
I'll be back soon.
Bye. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I put my mic on before I spoke. I just wanted to make sure. But it's on, so that's good. I remembered. How lovely was that? We had 3 incredible guests today, and I'm so happy that we had just some awesome people. But the fun is not over yet. So I want just to get these out, our last signings. So before I do it, let's just put on some music because by the way, did anyone watch that video, the music video? It's funny, isn't it? It's quite sad, actually. Yeah. Let's go turn this down. Yeah, it's yeah. It was, one of the comments is like, he was so gay for his time. I respect that or something. But I haven't, like, that was 9 years ago. Okay, so please, there was so much of that though. So we've got this one. I love this one by Uni. He's so sweet. Look at him. Look how lovely the vibe is. Yeah, he's like. So wait, can I that way? That way. So yeah, so this one is for Atticus. If Atticus is here, is for Atticus's 20th birthday. Ah! So I'm going to write, Atticus, are you there? Yes, Atticus, it's your time. It's your time. Would you like happy birthday on the print? I'm gonna put hope you're keeping well. Hope you're doing well, friend. But would you like happy birthday on it as well? Everyone say happy birthday to Atticus. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Trying to work out what colour. I think silver is a good colour. Silver seems to work quite well. But would you like a different colour? Would you like gold? Would you like, I don't know, another colour? Ah, such a chill vibe. Yeah, so nice. Speaking to cool people. James, I've been kind of stalking. Because I've just admired his voice acting. He's a fantastic actor. It's technically last month. No worries. Your birthday can be as long as you like it. I'm gonna. Atticus, happy birthday. Hope you're keeping well, friend. So I mean, I know that people love James, and yeah, it's awesome to have him on. But I'm so glad that I was able to introduce Charlotte to you all, because Charlotte's a fantastic actor and performer, and it was really nice to hear for her to share her perspective on the industry and the world, and she's a terrific human being. We've been friends for a long time, and we've absolutely kind of helped each other through the trials and tribulations which are the acting industry. But they're all really kind souls. Yeah, James is phenomenal. Very fortunate that he came on here. We were actually kind of collided in a studio, not literally collided, but the other day. So Atticus, happy birthday! Hope you're keeping well, friend. And I put some little paw prints on for you. So happy birthday, Atticus! I hope you've had a wonderful birthday, and I'm looking forward to this reaching you in the post as a birthday gift to you. Lovely. So we've got two more. We've got Casey, who also has got one of these. So Casey has asked for sign however I see fit. They shouldn't ask for that. Fleas and thank you. Oh, very good. Casey, are you there? Oh, it's you. Life of Blue. Hello. Now that's a very dangerous thing to say. Sign how I see fit. How should we sign it? Do you want itch vibes? What do I say? Draw around it like you're at primary school. I don't know. Life of Blue. Have you got any preferences for what you like? Would you like it cute or would you like it mischievous? Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna go with Scratch because that's nice. Okay. Lovely. And I will do a little paw print as well. And let's get some paw prints. So I've done a little silver paw print for you as well. It's shimmery, isn't it? It's nice. So that's for you. So that's for you. And last but not least, we have Lydia. Lydia, are you there? Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Life of Blue. Oh my gosh, Susan, that's really sweet. Having the guinea pigs bite the edge. But because I am but a human, I think if I actually bit it off, it would be it would be weird. I don't actually have dog teeth. Oh my gosh. Where is that, Mini Maze? Is that on Oh my gosh, that's so sweet, Mini Maze. Oh my gosh. If anyone isn't part of the Discord, go and check it out because that is so freaking cute. That is so freaking cute. So I saw two questions in the chat. Someone, Sabe just put them to me. Big love to Blair, by the way. Hello, Blair. It's so nice to have you here. It's so nice to it's awesome. Hello. Much love. Yeah, so I've got two questions that have been asked. One was wanted to know how difficult is it to not break an NDA if you're signed up for something big. Sometimes it's really hard. I hate NDAs. I know some people are like, oh, I like it because it builds up the hype and it's really exciting. No, I hate it. I hate not being able to like shout from the rooftops and spread the joy. Like, no. Oh! Yeah. I hate NDAs, but you've just got to do it. You've just got to remember that if you break it, you're gonna get sued to fuck. But also, you've just got to be yeah. You just got to be respectful, and also, like, is it better to just like leak it? No, then like let the hype build and people get excited for something and then announce it. That's nice. So yeah. Wanton Bombs, thank you so much for joining. And how was the T3 night? Yeah, so cool that you got to meet James. Yeah. Got to hang out with James on this weekend. I heard about that. Kellis 17. Excellent, thank you. Excellent, thank you. Can't wait to see how I decorate the portrait. You want me to decorate it? Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put my fabulous flea. Okay, so I'm going to do some doggy paw prints, and then let's do some get another colour. Did anyone ever watch Mr. Bean growing up? I love the noises he makes. I love the oh. A friend of mine really is a Mr. Bean. That's not that way. Show up. I'm drawing little fleas. Okay, so I've done some paw prints. I've done some little fleas, but I've given them little top hats and canes. So they're doing a little dance. So this is that's Scratch's idea of a good time. So that's for you, Kellis. I'm looking forward to you receiving it. Yeah, that's for you. Musical theatre, please. Exactly. We're done with cats. Now it's Flea's turn. So the last question we received was, how does one get their foot in the door for voice acting? Which is quite a big question. It's a big question. My mum going, why did you do that? Yeah. Oh yeah, people met my mum the other day. Yes, the Sunday. She's crazy. Getting into the voice industry is one foot in front of the other. It's a community. It's about fostering people. I know this sounds really naff. It's about taking classes. You get your name out there by doing classes. You meet people, and those people then recommend you for stuff. And then it's not only when you do auditions that you just cold. People then go, oh yeah, I know you because someone else recommended you, and all that kind of stuff. It's very much a community. I'd say like 95% of the stuff that you get, the projects you get, are from people that recommend you. And it's that, like the thing about I said earlier about don't be an asshole. That is genuine. Be a good person, and it just kind of is a cycle. But anyway, yeah. My mum is okay. So I can give you a bit of Sean lore if you like. You might have. Anyone who's been on my Instagram will probably have seen some of these pictures already. But somewhere lurking on my Twitter as well. But we do these crazy Christmas family photos every year because it started with like, antlers and a funny t-shirt and pulling a funny face and all that kind of stuff, and it just started to evolve year on year. So then we're all wearing onesies, but we had the cat kind of was like blended in with the onesies. It was the one and only picture we had with our cat, because everyone's like, you have a cat? Yes, I had a cat. And then that then evolved into one year we did the nativity. And our dog Poppy, who you met, was baby Jesus. Mum was Joseph, I was Mary, my dad was an angel, and my brother was a wise man. And then we switched, and then we then were like, oh well, we've got to do it again. So then the next year we chose what we were going to do, and we picked the characters out of a hat. So then we did The Wizard of Oz, and we picked out characters, and my dad was like, I better not get Dorothy. And who did he? Oh no, it was my brother. My brother was like, I better not get Dorothy. And who did he get? Dorothy. So then my mum had the Wicked Witch, which is great because she painted herself entirely green, and she's like. Then we did Alice in Wonderland. We did a lockdown one. Which was fun, and we did The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe as well, which is brilliant because my dad had Lucy, and he looked like Susan Boyle. Brilliant. It's so funny. So last year, as in this Christmas just gone, we did The Addams Family. So our idea was that my brother and I would be the parents, Morticia and I can't remember his name. And then Mum and Dad would be Wednesday and Pugsley. So I was Morticia, of course I was Morticia. Gomez, that's it. So my brother was Gomez, in an awful suit, by the way, with a cigar that looked like a poo. But it was so funny. So yeah, so we've picked another one. We've picked another one out, but I can't say what it is because NDA. No, my parents are like, keep it quiet, don't say anything. So yeah, it's gonna be funny. So yeah, but anyway, it's been an awesome stream. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have. It's been so much fun. It's been lots of laughter and smiles and stuff, and it's been really nice to have some awesome people on for you all to share in the joy. Yes. Oh, Link, my boyfriend, is a fantastic photographer and has been taking the pictures we did a Star Wars one as well, and so he took the pictures for Star Wars. Oh yeah, my dad was like, I'm so sick of pulling out all the women, and then he picked out Leia. soon to be Leia for Christmas. And yeah, I was which one's this one? The gold one. Is that? I don't want to offend any Star Wars people out there. It's so funny. And my mum, again, green, was fucking Yoda. So C3PO, that's it. Yeah, literally. I'm so sick of putting out the women, and then I pulled out fucking Leia. So yeah, it's so funny. As my break screens. Oh, maybe I'll do that for a special. That's funny. That's a good idea. That's funny. Someone clip that and send it safe. So it's been awesome hanging out with you all. It's been a really, really fun. It's been a really fun session, and I feel like we only scratched the surface with these people, so we're gonna have to get them on again, I think. So yeah, next Streamily. If anyone else, now you've seen how cool they are. If anyone else wants one, just yeah, the Streamlily's still open, and if there's enough demand, then we'll put another put another date out. Yeah, so we should be back on Thursday for Baldur's Gate run. I'm gonna just wait and see, hold fire on it, because I've got a really big backlog of stuff to get through this week, and it might only be Thursday that I can do it, Thursday evening. But otherwise, we will definitely be back on Sunday, in which we're doing Psychonauts. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, so have a fantastic rest of your evening, everyone, or day, and thank you so much for joining. And I will see you all on the next one. Much love. See you all soon. Bye. Bye-bye.